Are you ready for the heavyweight championship of the world? Are you ready?
All right, and we're back. Welcome to another episode of Ant in His Corner. Coming out the white corner, my name is Bill, and I'm ready to fight.
And coming out the black corner, my name is Barry, and I'm ready to fight.
All right, I want a good, clean fight. Let's get it on.
All right, welcome to Ant in This Corner, where we settle the score once and for all on who's the best. That includes best music, best shows, best movies, best anything, basically. So this week, what are we talking about, Bill?
All right, got some chatter going on in the Verzuz world. You know, we are Verzuz guys, so we got some stuff coming up, but we don't know what it is because it's all blocked up. So here we go. Let's talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so just like Bill just alluded to, Verzuz, they're not telling us anything right now. They're teasing us. They put out a calendar, but they left off the main attraction. So they've basically blurred out, their guests. And it's got me intrigued. So what me and Bill are going to do, we're just basically going to go through their calendar and guess what we think will happen. Bill will try to stay in line with our with the Verzuz formula to where what we expect to happen on the Verzuz stage. We may be wrong on a lot of these cases. So first up, April 17th, they got BB and CC versus Mary Mary. Yep. Bill and I talked about that. Check out that video, our previous video on the channel. If you haven't already, give us your 2 cents on that. Next up, Bill, they got May 8th, which is a Mother's Day special. Mm-hmm. What do you think's going to happen that day?
All right. Last year, they gave us SWV versus Escape. So maybe they're going to give us that again this year, meaning a female R&B group or, something to celebrate mothers. If it's a woman's group, maybe they got TLC, who they would go up against. I don't know because
I don't think it's a verse situation. Because if you look the way they blurred out everything, and I'm jumping ahead on the calendar, but on like July's event and also August's event and Memorial Day weekend, it shows you a blank versus blank. This doesn't say versus. So I think you're actually right. Like they might just bring SWV back. They might bring Escape back. They might bring it. I think it's a collab full of mama music. So you could have Boys to Men come and sing Song for Mama, then walk off stage. New Edition, sing something. Charlie Wilson, sing something. Frankie Beverly and Mays. Basically, i.e., everybody who's touring right now. They might just show up just to like highlight moms because that's mama music.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, I will have to go back and look at the post from last year, so to kind of see how it was then compared to now, because they had, remember when they dropped the same kind of Instagram posts last year, they had some things blurred out as well.
All right, so this is not the first time they did this. The first time I recognized them doing this, I remember them blacking out Big Daddy Kane.
No, they blurred out they blurred out the Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown for Essence.
Remember, I get my news from you, so it's never blurred out to me, because by the time they get from you tell me what's up.
It was blurred out.
All right, so that is just, we don't know. It's just mama. It's a celebration for mama. May 14th, it was blocked out, but I believe they revealed this already, which is who versus who. May 14th, that's fight.
So that's Onyx versus
Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
It's kind of very, very weird matchup, but I think what they're doing is they're having a boxing event. So although they do have boxing before some of the verses prior, I think this is it may be more integrated within the actual boxing match. Because to be honest with you, those two groups, honestly, I'm not looking forward to seeing either one of them. I know they have their cult followers. I know Cypress Hill, they have a following like no other. Onyx is, they have their own following. But when we talk about from a mainstream standpoint,
it's not.
It doesn't make sense for them to do a versus. So
yeah, so this may be something new, like you said. They're just trying a new style, and I agree with that. I mean, when I think of Cypress Hill and I think of Onyx, honestly, I think of basketball. I think slam and jump around are like iconic when it comes to jump balls, but whatever. But
I know they got Insane in the Membrane. Onyx has another song I really like. I don't know the name of it.
I don't know if you're gonna get the 20 easily though, to where
no,
something that
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So that's why I agree with you that it's mainly it's the boxing matchup is the marquee event, and then the undercard is basically they're gonna weave in the music. Some
I think so.
Memorial Day weekend. Now this one it says blank versus blank. So what do we think is happening?
So Memorial Day says blank versus blank.
Yes, let me double check on that, but I believe so. Memorial Day weekend, correct. It says blank versus blank, hosted by blank.
Blank.
So who do you think those three blanks are? Well, when you just to make sure I'm not tripping, because I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, so this may be biased, but when you hear Memorial Day, where do people typically go?
I thought about Miami.
Okay, all right. I'm making sure I'm not tripping on that. All right, so obviously if they want
to maybe they bring Rick Ross back.
Yes.
Hosted by Luke.
Yes. All right. So you stole everything off my paper. Basically, I said I'm thinking people go to Miami, and if you want the difficulty with versus, because we mentioned this, sometimes we don't like the matchup, but it's the issue is you have to get these guys under the same building, right, Bill? And I think if you could do this Memorial Day weekend, everybody's already in Miami, and then some of those people live down there. And if it's in Miami, it makes sense for you to have Luke, Trick, Khaled, hosting it, maybe somebody that, and then Rick Ross, or those guys being pushed into a versus matchup. So I don't necessarily know what's going to happen. I just think those three names that are blocked out, it has something to do with Miami culture. So that's just.
I mean, I would hope so. When I saw Memorial weekend, I'm thinking and I'm hoping it would be Trick. It's time to give these guys their flowers.
Trina already went, so Trina
went. Rick Ross already went.
Yeah.
So
I forgot.
It's time for Trick.
Like Rick Ross did go. Who did Rick Ross go against?
He went up against 2 Chainz.
Oh wow, time flies, man.
So you got Rick. He's gone. Trina's gone. You bring in Luke, the host, or DJ Khaled. I personally would do Luke because Luke is Miami. Yeah. DJ Khaled, no. I mean, I get it, but no, it has to be Luke. And maybe Trick and Plies.
Yeah, I mean, anything Florida based.
Florida based.
Yeah.
Florida based, so maybe Trick and Plies.
And watch me be completely wrong, and this has nothing.
I mean, we're always wrong.
Yeah. With this one, I feel like this is another experimental type thing. It's June 6th is up next, and it says V Series live show. So once again, I think they're focusing on something else, and then they're just weaving music into it. It says with special guest so and so. So I really didn't.
I think maybe they'll do something how they did with D'Angelo.
Yeah, but why would they put special guest?
Because he's the special guest.
Oh, that's what you mean. It was like a D'Angelo versus D'Angelo and Friends type vibe. Yeah, so they're basically doing a premiere. So the focus is going to be on the V series.
Yeah, and then, which I think they'll probably do a something like a concert more style series.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm expecting for Mother's Day special, to be honest with you. Same here. And then this one I feel like is similar. June 19th, Juneteenth special.
Arrested Development. I don't know.
I just put a lot of woke artists, bro. I put Erykah Badu, Toby from Houston, Arrested Development, that type vibe, Eddie Irie, stuff like that.
I don't know. Public Enemy.
Exactly. Yeah, when I think of Juneteenth, I don't you don't have to be, that political. I think you could just celebrate Black music, but I really just don't know how they could get creative around the holiday, which I'm anxious to see because I've been talking about this with my family anyway. Like, how can we get creative and celebrate Juneteenth without stealing something from another holiday? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to create a second July 4th. So I'm waiting for them to get creative with this as well. So I can steal from that. Next up, we got a battle. We've been asking for this for a minute, Bill, and you finally got your wish. Label. Yeah, their first label battle, blank versus blank. What do you think is the first matchup?
What I want, we've talked about this before. We talked about the Cash Money versus No Limit. We've talked about that. They may be in the right spot to do it. Maybe Bad Boy versus So Def.
Okay.
Rough Riders had a camp. So maybe it could be the Rough Riders camp, RP, possibly. DMX.
Possibly.
Because that would be easy to get together because it's Swiss beats. I don't think it's not going to be Rockefeller. Snoop Dogg does have Deathrow now.
You just said it. I mean, I think it's no question. I'm the most positive on this one. Is Bad Boy versus Deathrow. Snoop just got the rights to Deathrow, and I think he's looking to promote it. And he's already went, and I think that's going to be their formula. I think they're going to get the artists, the marquee artists first, then they'll go back for the label battles. I don't think they're gonna. The only reason I'm taking No Limit would make sense because it's patriotic if you want to think about it. Salute to our troops. But and it's 4th of July. However, they haven't had Wayne yet, so I think they would have Wayne featured on a versus first before they entertain Cash Money. Snoop is already gone.
It depends.
Snoop is already gone. A couple of Bad Boy artists have gone already to where I'm like, you need to squeeze that dry. And I really feel like you said it correctly. It's Bad Boys versus Deathrow. And Dre just coming off a Super Bowl. I think he's used to being back out in the limelight. So that's what I would want to see. And that's what I would, that's what I'm kind of.
We'll see. I don't know. You got so many camps, you just never know.
You got story mode too. Like there's always an angle to a story around it. Dre's coming off a Super Bowl. Snoop just bought Deathrow. P. Diddy's always in the news, but Jermaine Dupri just recently got in the news because of what Bow Wow's comments. So it's like I could see any of those being it.
I'm telling, and then Puff and JD already had their thing going on. So we don't know.
This is the one I'm lost at, which is the last one on the calendar. It's August 8th, which is 808 Day, is what they're dubbing it. And who do you think is going to? Do you know what 808 Day is? I've never heard of that. Like, can you Google if it's real?
Yeah,
I thought they were just making it up. Oh, it's actually a real day.
It celebrates the legendary Roland, which is the beat machine.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing
because it does say 808, and then it says hyphen with the Roland on the flyer. So
this is going to be producer driven, I think.
Something with DJs.
Yeah, they're gonna highlight producers or DJs, some of the unsung heroes when it comes to music, I guess. And I don't know what they'll do. I don't know if it's like it would make sense for them to do something around DJs because I know they keep pushing that agenda at the beginning of every verses. So maybe if they get some bigger names, it would probably create more excitement around that. But this is once again, this is like a compilation type concert, I think. And it's just DJ up or producer up, share your beat or whatever, something like that. But I don't know if we're going to see a versus style matchup. This is more of a concert, like you said, with either DJs or producers.
As Barry was stating, producers. I think it's going to be something with producers.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Once again, I feel like we differ a little bit on May 8th. You know, Memorial Day, we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Juneteenth, we don't know what's going on. July, we both saying the same thing. It's just the matchups may be different. And then 808,
When is when is the July battle? There's
they
none,
just said
right?
July. Yeah, because I think you know, when you're trying to get a label in the same room, man, you might have to be flexible on your dates. So they're not putting nothing on that calendar yet till people book their flights.
Well, I'm just thinking about Essence Festival, which is in July.
Yeah, and for
July.
some reason, I automatically assume this was July 4th. That's not the case. It just says July.
Yeah.
So do you know the exact date for Essence?
It's typically July 4th, around that weekend.
They've done something with Essence before, right?
Yeah, Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown.
Were they on the Essence stage and they just wait? It was in partnership with Essence. Okay, yeah, you on point. See, that's where it pays off to actually memorize their calendar year after year, because some of this is these are repeat offenders. But hey man, what say you, Bill? We may be right, we may be wrong on this, but you know, I got a strong feeling most of the time the audience, they be on point. How can we get some of their guesses out?
As usual, they know what to do. Go down to the comment section that we call My 2 Cents and leave your 2 cents. What do you think? Who do you think is going to fill these spots? Have you heard something? Maybe some of our people, maybe some of our audience, they are tapped into this entertainment world, and maybe they got something that they may have some inside information.
Yeah,
they got some info, intel.
Yeah.
So if so, leave it. Let us know. Please let us know.
Exactly. And make sure it's right.
It's right.
What else could they do to support us, Bill?
Support us, please. Like this video. Comment. Leave us a comment, man. We'll just take to leave a comment. You watched it, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Only thing you got to do is hit the subscribe button. That takes 1 second. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because when we drop our videos, we want you to be the first to know. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share our content.
All right. And back from the dead. Lack of a better
absolutely.
It's glad to see them back with a calendar, so we got something to look forward to for this summer. I'm anxious. I'm waiting to see what happens. So outside of that, that's all I got. Peace.